My name is Steve Lawler, and I work as an artist called Mojoko. And right now we're in my showroom called The Secret Room, which is in Chinatown in Singapore. I've managed to stay interested and stay motivated over these years. There's different things that come along at different periods that kind of pique your interest in various ways. But I think, just constantly finding new art and watching films, obviously, but also going places, finding old places. I'm a big fan of vintage and antique kind of culture. So going vintage hunting, finding like really old kind of ornate frames, things like that. And then it makes me think, what would be an interesting juxtaposition with this old and the new, and what kind of new stories can I tell? I think, so seeing new things and old things keeps me interested. Black Magic, the Hungry Ghost Festival. When this show opened, it was in Singapore, Chinese, the 7th month, first day of the 7th month. And supposedly it's the gates of hell open on that day. And the unseen visitors come and check out your space, or they're released into this world. And on the day of the opening, everyone was burning offerings outside the exhibition, you've probably seen it and things like that. And there's me carrying a 4-foot skull into the gallery door. But it was a great cultural exchange. Like, they were like nodding and laughing, it was a kind of interesting juxtaposition of the weird sort of things that happen around here. I think I was really disinterested in school, but art was something that I took to. I think I could get super into it. I could do it for hours, and I was getting good grades in it, so it became the reason I stayed in school. And so I do get distracted easily. I need a lot of stimulation mentally, but the art does that for me. Just drawing for hours, making really immense sort of detailed pieces, lots of detail, large works, that really engages me. I'm just about to be part of the Jakarta Illustration Fair, which is opening this weekend. And that's fun because I'll be meeting a whole new audience, and Indonesia is great fun. A really good creative community there, really animated and passionate. And I think just to meet some of my peers there, people who we've been friends with online or on socials, and get to meet them face to face and see the response to my work. I think that's what I'm interested in. Does it resonate with them? And it's always good fun, finding a new crew to hang with and party with and whatever. I think if I was to give advice to someone starting out or wants to go down this path of being a kind of creative artist, it would be, don't expect everything at the beginning. If it doesn't work out at the beginning, it's a long journey. Do lots of things that slowly build your confidence and your body of work until you find your voice or your medium or your style or whatever that is you're looking for. And don't feel that urge to publish everything you do. I mean, if it doesn't get lots of likes on Instagram immediately, doesn't mean it's a direction you shouldn't take. I think it's about do stuff in your own time, make scrapbooks, make sketchbooks, start to sense what it is that you get excited about, and then explore that. And then, you might do explore something for 10 years and then stop and then change. But I think you need to follow those interests. I think, during COVID, like walking became a thing, right? And so within the last few years, getting out for a few hours a day, just kind of walking, listening to music, it gives you plenty of time to process your thoughts and ideas. And if you can walk with friends or interesting friends, have discussions, have walking meetings, it's just good. It gets the old metabolism going, and then when you get back, you're excited to be back at your desk or your table or whatever, and start making things again. So not being sat in front of the table the whole day is a way better way of working. I think some of the best advice I've been given is to read books you think might be boring, watch films that are not in your usual realm of interest, watch documentaries about things that don't interest you, and just broaden your knowledge of different subjects, because you never know, you'll find a little gem in there that could inform your next project or your next big direction in your work. And I think documentaries particularly, if you're not a big reader, I think documentaries is a great thing to just have on in the background whilst you're working, because you can get these little sound bites, and they just kind of ping your mind off in different directions, or perhaps add a new thought to something you're doing that becomes the perfect missing ingredient. If I was to describe my ideal workspace in 3 different words, 3 words only, it would be colorful, relaxing, and stimulating. This space used to be part of a series of red light districts in Chinatown. It's really cute, and I think like having the red is a sort of homage to the old opium dens and the knocking shops of this area. It was built in the 20s, and yeah, it's got history. It's a really sort of inspiring location, and it also defined what the room is. If I was to describe my regular process, it always starts with a research, or an exploration, whether it's on a specific subject, or if it's like, let's say I want to do a piece on, I want to create an artwork which is talking about the decline of some sort of tradition. So I will go and look up all these traditions, find the cliches, then I'll dig deeper, and then I'll find the things that I have not seen before, and then those are the sorts of little treasures you unearth through the research, and of course they sort of spark little thoughts. Bring that together into a folder on the computer, or a physical scrapbook, go through that, and then just start to extract out the real gems in that research, and then you're editing from a very rich pile of material. Then after you've got that, I think I'm in a good place to start my work. And it's really based off how good is your research. Whenever I have a project where it's not going well, it's because I haven't researched well. And I find that when I go back and cover that basics, it just strengthens immediately.